Hey guys, this is lesson 7.3 on non-adjacent angles. We'll be working on pages 25, 26, and 27, and then you can do your assignment. So on page 25, we have these two columns that you're supposed to work with your partners, but since you don't have your partners, we're just going to work through them together. So on page 25, column A, it says point P is on line M. Find the value of A. Well, if we remember, a straight line is 180 degrees. So we can go 134 plus A equals 180. Well, to figure out what A is, we're just going to go 180 minus 134, and we'll get our answer, which is 7, 10, 6, 46 degrees. So A here is 46 degrees. Okay. Column B, we know the measure of a right angle. We got this little square right there in the circle, in the corner there. So we know that's 90 degrees. So we can go angle B plus 44 equals 90. Okay. So if we take away the 44, just have angle B, right? So if we go 90 minus 44, we should get 46. Well, if you notice, 46 and 46. Okay, so the answers for both problems on the rows for column A and column B are going to be the same. So let's move down to the second one. So let me scroll down here for a second. Okay, so once again, we have a straight line here, and if we know this side is 90, we also know this side over here is also 90. So we can go angle A plus 51 degrees equals 90. So we need to get rid of this 51 degrees here, find angle A. So if we go 90 minus 51, we will get 39 degrees. So over here, we should also, in column B, we should also get 39 degrees. One thing we haven't talked about yet is if we add up all three angles of a triangle, so angle N, angle M, and angle L, if we add those three up, we should get 180 degrees. Every single triangle there is. All three angles will always add up to 180 degrees. So we know angle N is 90, and we know angle M is so if I go 90 plus 51, I'll get 141. So these bottom two are 141. So if I go 180 degrees for all three triangles minus 141 for the bottom two, I should get 39 degrees, which I do. So those two are right. Okay? So those are the four problems on page 25. So if we look at page 26, let me scroll over to it here. We have these 6 problems. So we have a parallelogram, and more specifically, we have a trapezoid in column A, and it says angle C and angle E are supplementary. Now, if you remember 2 weeks ago, before this all started, we know that supplementary adds up to 180. So we know C, this one, and E, if we add them together, we're going to get 180 degrees. So we know C is 129, so if we go 180 minus 129, we are going to get 51. Okay? So we should get 51 over on column B too. So column B says X is on line WY. Find the value of B. Well, we know a straight line is 180 degrees. We already know these two angles. we go 95 plus 34, we're going to get 129 for those two angles. So if we go 180 minus 129, we are going to get 51. It's just like the problem over here in column A. So we did that correct. Okay, moving on to the next one. Now they get a little trickier. Okay, so it says find the value of C. So we have three angles here. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. There we go. So find the value of C. Well, we know if we look here in the corner, we got this right angle. So we know right angle is 90 degrees. So C plus 42 equals 90 degrees. So if we go 90 minus the 42, we should get our answer is going to be 48. Okay, so let's look over here. This one. This is the middle of page 26 in column B. So it says B is on line FW. So we have line FW here. B is right there in the middle. It says find the measure of angle CBW. Well, CBW is this angle right here. Okay, the arrow's on it. So they want us to find this angle measure right there. Well, we know the whole line is 180 degrees. So if we add up the two angles we already know, 67 plus 65 is 132. All we have to do is go 180 minus 132, and you'll get your answer, which is 48. Just like we got over here on the other side, 48 degrees. Okay. And the last two here, they are story problems. It says two angles are complementary. Complementary means they add up to 90 degrees. One angle measures 37, find the measure of the other angle. So we know that 37 plus the other angle is going to give me 90. So to figure out what that angle is, I just go 90 minus 37, and I'm going to get 53 degrees. Okay? So if I look over here, two angles are supplementary. Now, if you remember from a couple weeks ago, supplementary, they add up to 180 degrees. Okay? So 127 plus something equals 180. So if I go 180 minus 127, I'll get 53. So I did it right because I got the two answers. Both are 53. So if I try to zoom out here, there we go. Okay, so there's the problems on page 26. Over here, so over here are the problems, maybe. Struggling here, guys. There we go. So page 25, page 26. And if I scroll down here, I have the summary. So it says the summary, when two lines cross, they form vertical angles. Vertical angles are across from the intersection point from each other. So what's that saying is if I have two angles, let's try this again. I have two angles, or two lines that cross, I have two pairs of vertical angles. Okay, so that means vertical angles are across from each other. So if I have angle 1, 2, 3, and 4, angles 1 and 3 are across from each other, and angles 2 and 4 are across from each other. Now the thing with vertical angles are they are equal to each other. So if angle 1 is 95 degrees, angle 3 is also 95 degrees. Okay, now we know the measure of a straight line is 180. So if I go 180 minus 95, I'll get 85 for 2, which means angle 4 is also 85. Okay, so they're across from each other and they're equal to each other. All right. Now if we look at the summary here, this is the top of page 27. Vertical angles always have equal measure. Okay, we just went over that. We can see this because they're supplementary with the same angle. For example, so we know 150 plus 30 is 180. Okay, so if that angle's 30, the one across from it is also 30. The one on the top is 150, the one below it is also 150. Okay, vertical angles are across from each other and they are equal to each other. Okay, then we have some equations here that help us prove that that's true. All right, now if you've made it this far, I am going to help you with your assignment. Okay, your assignment's on Canvas. All your assignments from here on out, as long as we're doing online learning, will be on Canvas. You can do them as many times as you want to get 100%. Okay, so problem number 1 is we have 2 lines that intersect. Whoop, wrong button. 2 lines that intersect. Okay, it says this angle is 42. We have B here, we have C here. Okay, so problem number 1 wants me to find the value of B. So B is right across from 42. So they are vertical angles. Vertical angles we just learned are equal to each other. So angle B is also 42 degrees. That's your answer to number 1. Okay. To find C for number 2, we know that this measures a straight line right here. We know measure of a straight line is 180 degrees. So to find C, we're just going to go 180 minus 42, and we get 48 degrees. So C is 48 degrees. Just kidding. C is 148 degrees. Okay, so 148. No. I did the math wrong. See, even teachers make mistakes. So let's undo this. Let's undo this. It's not 48. It's, oh, give me a bigger eraser. No, not a big eraser. So it's not 148. It is 138. So this is 138. So even teachers make mistakes. So let's go. So B for number 1 is 42 degrees. C for number 2 is 138. And if we add those together, we should get 180, which we do. So 1 is 42. 2 is 138. And if we look at number 3, we have a triangle. Okay, so if I draw the triangle right down here at the bottom here, QRS. So I have Q up at the top. It's a right angle. We have R down here. We know that's 62 degrees. We have S over here. So it says that Q or R and S are complementary. So if we add these two angles up, it's going to equal 90 degrees. Complementary equals 90 degrees. Okay, so 90 minus 62 is 28 degrees. So there's your answer for number 3. So if you've been listening this long, you have all the answers to the homework. 42 degrees, 138, and 28. Remember, if you have any questions, you can always email me and we can get it all figured out.